Thanks, guys. Yeah, spring is officially here and baseball season is definitely in full force.
That's right, Taylor. I know they had a very busy week, which started off yesterday and unfortunately started off with a loss.
The Iowa baseball team took on St. Louis University last night at Duane Banks Field. It was a windy and cold day for baseball, and it seems as though the weather did have an effect on the Hawkeyes. The team fell 7-6 after a hard-fought battle.
The Hawkeyes started the game out quickly, falling 1-0 on the top of the first inning to St. Louis University. They came back into the game in the bottom of the third when Matt Hoig posted 2 out of RBI single. That scores in Chris Whalen and Austin Guzzo tallied another run later in the Iowa inning. Iowa remained close in the score with the Billikens for the remainder of the game.
In the bottom of the 5th inning, Iowa drove in 2 more runs, one with an RBI single by Kyle Crowell, who drove in Tyler Cropley. St. Louis remained on top, even with the Hawks driving in 2 additional runs in the bottom of the 9th, with the final score being 7-6. The Hawks had 13 hits on the game compared to SLU's 9, but the Billikens were able to rely on their strong defensive game while the Hawkeyes struggled. The team and coach Rick Heller attribute their loss to pitching and defensive execution.
Small ball, we gave away 16 free bases, and just going to work on pumping the zone more and working on our small ball.
We were really sloppy today on the mound. Not so much other than the first inning. We threw a ball away. There we had a guy in a rundown and was going to get out of the inning. Ended up giving him a run, spotted him a run right off the bat, and that kind of set the tone for the day. We had 4 free bases in the first inning, and then followed it up with 11 more throughout the course of the game. You're not going to win many games doing that, but almost, all of them were on the mound, wild pitches, hit by pitch, 9 walks, and then to even have a chance after giving up that many free bases is pretty much a miracle.
The Hawks will be back at Duane Field today at 4 as they take on Loras and look to get a win, boost their confidence as they will open the Big Ten play this weekend against the number 11 Indiana.
And there was big Hawkeye basketball news yesterday afternoon when 2 players were granted releases. Shooting guard Brady Ellingson, which may not come as much of a surprise to most, and Ahmad Wagner, who is shocking Hawkeye Nation by switching his focus to possibly trying to play collegiate football.
Ellingson will be graduating in May, so is released from granting him to be a graduate transfer. Ellingson played in the 94 career games where he was 40% career and 3-point shooter. He averaged 2.8 points and 1.1 assists in 26 contests in the past season.
And Wagner will finish out this semester academically at Iowa before deciding on an institution to complete his college eligibility playing football. Wagner played in 96 career games, starting 25 at forward the past 3 seasons. As a junior, Wagner averaged 1.7 points and 1.7 rebounds in 30 contests.
The Iowa football team's spring practices begin this week, and the spring game is already 1 month away.
And yesterday, head coach Kirk Ferentz met with the media to talk about what the team will be working on between now and then, and how they will be looking to the huge void left at the linebacker position, with 3 of their starters graduating.
The spring game will take place on April 20th.
Yep.
The spring
at the linebacker position. So it's anybody's ball game right now, and some guys have a lot of position flexibility. Other guys maybe not as much. So the key thing for us right now is to, I think, figure out who the best 3 are, and then where can we put them most effectively. And then if we can find a 4th guy, 5th guy, 6th guy, just kind of take it as that and day at a time. Yeah, we'll see what the 15 days bring. We're not going to make any rash decisions, right off the bat. But at the same time, we have to start, putting guys in the proper spot. So that really is up to them right now, the players. So like every position, but basically players determine what the depth chart's going to be. And I think the biggest thing we have to do as coaches is make sure we don't put them in a position where it's not realistic for them to have success. So that's part of our job, to figure out what position can we line a guy up to have the most opportunity for success. And then, they got to take it from there. So it's what we see in practice, how guys come on. Everybody's got an equal opportunity right now to earn playing time, and that's, I'm anxious to see how it goes. And, 3 years ago, I guess at this time, Cole Fisher was a guy that really we weren't counting on, ended up playing really well as a 5th-year senior. So you have those kinds of examples, and but it might be, for all I know, it might be one of the 1st-year guys that surfaces. You never can tell, so we'll just see how it goes.
The The spring game will take place on April 20th inside Kinnick Stadium. And that's all we have for you today in the sports studio.
Come back tomorrow for highlights of softball's home opener doubleheader.
Guys, back to you.